Rachel, what brings you in today?
Well, my family told me to come and I guess try and talk to somebody about my issues and stuff.
Your issues.
Yeah.
Alright. Can you tell me about these issues?
Well, I can't sleep. Well, I can't sleep, so then I guess I drink a little bit more than I'm supposed to, but that helps me sleep. I've been kind of just pissed off lately. Like, I don't know necessarily why. Just angry, frustrated.
Let's get back to the no sleeping.
Yeah.
Can you define that for me? What does that look like for you when you say that you're not sleeping?
Well, I can't fall asleep by myself. You just lay down in bed and go to sleep. I can't. So I usually, I guess I get home from work and then, I'll just have dinner and then have a couple beers and I'll try and go on the computer for a while. But then when I try and go to sleep, then I just can't stay asleep. It's like thoughts are going through my mind a lot. I have a lot of nightmares. I was in Iraq, so I have a lot of nightmares about that, and I can't really talk to anyone about it.
Okay, so how long were you in Iraq for?
Just a year.
Just a year? So you had a year-long deployment?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Were you Army or?
Yeah,
Army?
I was MP.
Okay. And you also said that you're drinking.
Yeah.
Can we talk about that a little bit? To sleep?
If you want to.
Alright. Alright. Have you tried to sleep without?
Well, I've done the whole NyQuil thing.
NyQuil, okay.
Yeah, and that's what my mom suggested. To try and get to sleep. I don't like doing, I don't like drugs. I don't know, they just make me nervous. Like when you're in the military, they're always shooting you up with something or putting something in your something, and I don't know, I don't like drugs. I don't want to become addicted to something. I know it sounds stupid because I just told you I drink a lot, but I don't know, I feel like for me that's different. I feel like I can choose not to drink the beer if I don't want to, or the liquor or something like that, but I don't want to be on some prescription.
Oh, okay.
To make me sleep.
So
I don't really want to sleep, I guess.
Okay, so you don't want anybody telling you that you have to take something,
Yes.
but you want to make that decision for yourself and have that choice?
Yeah.
Okay. Alright. You're drinking, how much are you drinking when you do drink? Are you drinking a few beers, one beer?
Well, it's wine and beer.
Wine and beer.
It just kind of depends on the night. I don't really mix them up, but I guess if I'm drinking beer, it's like 3 or 4.
3 or 4 a night?
Yeah. Or 2 or 3 glasses of wine. It's a lot, but when you're in the Army, everyone, that's what you do. When you socialize, you drink. So, for me to fall asleep, it takes 3 or 4.
Okay.
Because I don't want to drink.
You don't want to drink?
No.
Can you tell me a little bit about that?
Well, when I dream, I'm there, But there's stuff there that you just can't talk to people about, and especially with the news and stuff. You just don't know, unless you're there, you just don't know. And so I don't want to dream because it's what happened there, and then what happened before I went over there, and everything it's mixed up in my head, and it comes out just really kind of scary. I don't like closing my eyes to sleep. I just want to black out, get my REM cycle in, and continue on.
How long have you been back?
A couple of years.
These dreams and the sleep disturbance, did they happen right away when you got back, or was it a while?
It happened when I was there.
Why after still in there?
Oh yeah. After the first couple of missions, it gets in your head, and you don't really get a chance. Well, that's my opinion, but you don't really get a chance to talk to people over there, because if you're now you're a therapist and you're supposed to be all all open-minded and shit, but like, when you're over there, if you're crazy, it affects you. Like, you don't get the promotions, or like, okay, so I'm a military police officer. So if they think I'm crazy, they're not gonna leave me alone with prisoners and stuff, you know? So it messes with everything. So you don't talk about it.
Did you ever talk to anybody? Did you have any friends over there that you could confide in?
Yeah, a little bit, but then there's also like, it being a woman over there, I mean, you're in hostile territory and there's a lot of pressure and a lot of stress, and it's like, as soon as you start talking to somebody, then you might as well just take your pants off, because that's what's gonna happen. So I guess I talked to some people, but I don't know, I didn't really feel safe talking to people about my feelings. I didn't want them to think that was me being helpless, or like some damsel in distress, or you know, I don't need some guy to like make my feelings feel better, make me feel safe, or anything like that. And the girls are all kind of, I don't know. It wasn't a really good environment for talking about your feelings. You don't tell your parents, like you don't talk about to your parents, because then they're freaking out already. So just kind of, so I'm here.
It sounds to me that you kind of felt a little trapped over there emotionally wise, that you couldn't go to even your female peers because they would view you a certain way. You couldn't go to your male peers because they would view you as a helpless female and put you in that role. So what you're...
When you put the boots on, it's like you're a different person. Like when you enlist and you go through all the trainings and the boot camp and everything, like you're not you anymore. You're like this warrior. Like it sounds cliche, but like you're not you. Like you may have been, there's you when you're home and there's you when you're there, and they can't be the same person. So you need to be like this big badass warrior, or you're shot, or you're just, you know, people are gonna, you can't be the weakest link in the chain. You know, so you gotta keep your shit together. When you come back here, then they expect you to transition, you know, go back to being the teacher, the banker, the waitress, or whatever you were. It's hard.
What do you do now?
I waitress.
Do you waitress?
Yeah.
Are you living with anybody? Married? Partner?
No, just trying to take care of myself for right now.
Just focusing on yourself?
Yeah. I date and I hang out with friends and stuff, but nothing serious right now.
Any children? No?
Not that I know of.
Okay.
That's what I told her to do.
What about your parents? Do you have a really good relationship with them?
Yeah, it's okay. My dad's Army too, so
Okay.
it's, in a way it's good to talk to him, and in a way it's not, because there's this sense of like bravado that goes with the field. Like I don't want him to think that I'm weak either, you know, because there's not a lot of women in the field, so it's still kind of, you know, I don't want him to think that I can't handle it, you know? But then I can talk to him about like the different experiences and stuff, but there is a sense of being alone. Because I'm not active duty, so I don't live on base. I live in the community, so it's kind of, I don't know. Like living among civilians is just not the same. Because they bitch and moan about everything, but then, you know, they haven't been there, I haven't seen nothing.
So you're feeling a little displaced, you don't quite know where you belong as far as that goes. Right. How about your mother? Do you talk to her? Or can you talk to her?
I can.
Okay.
I do talk to her.
Okay.
But I don't know, she's kind of more, my mom's like pretty much like I Love Lucy sort of, I guess. Like she's cool just being at home and not really being adventurous. She didn't support me joining, you know, she didn't want to. She's very churchy, and I don't like, I mean, I believe in God and everything, but I don't like, I don't know. I don't want to be in church every Sunday. I don't need, you know, God to forgive my sins or anything like that.
So would you say you're more spiritual than religious?
Yeah, I'd say that.
Did that help you while you were in Iraq at all?
Yeah, I used to journal a lot.
Did you?
Yeah, that helped. But then I just kind of for me, like with the journaling, like when I was doing it when I was over there, I didn't feel better. You know, you do it for a long time, and it didn't really feel any better to do it, so I just kind of quit.
I'd like to talk to you about the dreams that you're experiencing. Just kind of run those by you. Are they more nightmares, or are they dreams of kind of actual, like, what you were experiencing?
Were they flashbacks?
Yeah.
Yeah, some of them are. They start out as flashbacks, but they don't end as flashbacks. You know, it's like I'll start out and I'll be, I'll go to sleep and I'll be, I don't know, like at my base or something, I don't know. And then it'll just morph into like just this like nightmare. You know, like where people around me aren't the people I went over there with. They're other people, like friends and relatives. I had 2 siblings, and I'm the oldest, so I see my siblings a lot in the dreams, and I can't do anything. You know those dreams where it's like you're running but you don't get anywhere? It's a lot of that kind of shit. Like, that I'll be running, and I never get there. And nothing like that really happened to me when I was there. I mean, it was stressful being there and everything, and like, but I never exchanged fire or anything. But I don't know. But you see things, you know? You see people coming back hurt, and you hear about, you see the aftermath. You know, you go there and you go there 1 week and there's a city. And you go there a couple weeks and there's no city. So, just a destruction.
Sure, so you witnessed a lot of destruction.
Yeah. And hearing about it. There was one guy I was seeing, he didn't make it.
How are you doing with that?
Up to 3 or 4 beers a night. That's pretty good. It was worse. I'm doing better. It's just, it's, when you're with the unit, it's different. Like, you can go out to the bar and be like, okay, well, this round's for Chuck, or, something like that, but then you come back home and no one knows who the hell Chuck is. So it's weird, because you want to, like, I wouldn't say love, but I cared about him. So now when you try and date, I try to date people now, and it's just weird.
Were you dating a long time?
No, only like 6 months.
Did that start in Iraq or before you left?
It started there.
Started there?
Yeah, they do a pretty good job to not encourage things before you get there, but I can't really. Big brother can't keep his eyes everywhere.
I'd also like to talk to you. I'm going to ask you a hard question. It's something that I need to ask everybody that comes here. Have you felt suicidal or any thoughts of self-harm?
Yeah. Okay. I was, when I first got back, after Chuck died, I was kind of, because it was just so weird, like, transitioning. But then I thought about, my family and everything, and I couldn't do that to them. I mean, it's not like I'm trying to, like, protect my soul or anything, but, I've known enough people who took that route. And I saw how it tore up their family, and I've been to enough funerals. I'm not going to send my family to mine for something stupid like that. I mean,
was it just the one time that you kind of had this thought, or were you
they
thinking
pop
about it
in
for a
once in a while.
They still do pop in. Okay.
You'll be driving down the highway, and it's like, I could just drive off the road, or I could drive into the semi truck. But it's just when things get tough, And I don't know if that's partially because I'm not sleeping. And I've heard enough people say that if you don't sleep, you go crazy. That's part of the reason why I'm here. But like I said, that's not how I want to go out. I wouldn't They're just thoughts. I don't have a plan in place.
Okay.
And then we have our buddy system. They drill into our heads every drill time. So
What is that exactly?
it's like this. It's called ACE. They make us do it all the time. Or if you get upset, you're supposed to call a buddy. And then a buddy's supposed to help you out. So I haven't called my buddy yet, but I mean, like, he's a good shit, so I'm not afraid to call him. He's called me a couple times already, and we went out for dinner, and he's fine, so.
So it sounds like you have some support from
Yeah.
him, and you can relate to him because he's in the military
Yeah,
too.
he's in my unit, so I
Okay,
see
good.
him, every drill weekend, every month I see him. So
that gives you kind of an outlet and somebody to
Mhm.
talk to that knows your experiences, knows what you've seen because he's seen it too, and that's good. Well, Rachel, based on kind of what you've been telling me about the sleeping patterns, or I should say lack of sleep that you've been having, the fact that you've been needing to drink before you try to go to sleep, and the amount of flashbacks in your dreams, as well as the things that you've told me that you've witnessed throughout, I'm kind of leaning towards PTSD, the post-traumatic stress disorder. I've heard of this.
yeah, I know about that.
Okay. Why don't you tell me kind of what you've heard about it?
What's the big thing now? You go overseas, you do your thing, and you come back, and they give you a patch on your uniform and PTSD. I know it's the other people I know that have it. I'm not surprised that's what you said. So, yeah, I've heard that a lot.
How are you?
And
Go ahead.
I know it's connected to seeing bad stuff and having dreams and stuff. Trauma.
How do you feel about that?
I guess it's not so much, I guess I'm okay with it. I don't like that I'm gonna have like a record though. But I guess I'm okay with it. I'm more concerned about what to do to get better.
So are you willing to try some interventions?
Yeah.
And see what we could do to at least kind of help you refocus and definitely work on the sleep.
I'm still on drugs. Don't put me on pills.
You don't want any drugs. Well, what would that look like for you if you were put on something that could maybe help you sleep?
Well,
or
I don't know. It just seems. I guess I know it's on my record, but if I don't have any drugs, I feel like it's more like undercover then. And I don't want to go back. Like if I get re-enlisted, I don't want to go back and then have this pill bag, or to do it, or like be put on something that I have to, that everyone will know, and it affects how people look at you. It does. It's not what they say, but it does. So I just don't want, I don't know. I've known some people that like came back and they were put on antidepressants and stuff, and it just kind of changed them a little bit. I mean, they're doing better like now, but it's weird. I don't know. I'd like to try. If I have to, I will, but I'd like to try some other stuff first.
Sure, that's fine. And we don't necessarily, I'm not going to put you on anything, nothing of that matter, just kind of getting your take on what you would think about some of those options.
Thank you. This is the first time I talked to anyone about this stuff, so it feels kind of, I don't mean to be like short, it feels good to say no.
That's fine. Well, so if you don't want to, obviously medication, that's fine. We don't have to go that route. I was thinking, have you ever heard of anything called mindfulness?
Kind of.
Do you know anything about that, or any information, or?
Is that like Buddhism stuff? I'm just picturing like old people in a park like waving their arms around.
Well, no, not exactly. What that is it can help people a lot with kind of training your thoughts
Okay.
to be more connected with your body.
Okay.
So what you would do is you would just almost like a meditation, and then when you have a thought come in, let's say if you were thinking about viewing a war scene, you would have that thought, but then you would also say, oh, no, you gotta go now, and it would just kind of be out of there, and then you'd be kind of brought back into your own head, just kind of being present in the moment instead of having all these different things coming at you. Would that be something you'd be interested in looking into?
It sounds hard, but I'll try it.
Okay. I think that would help a lot with your thought process
Okay.
behind some of these flashbacks and things like that. Also, there's a trauma-focused CBT. I know it sounds a lot. It's CBT is cognitive behavioral therapy.
Okay.
Have you heard any of this?
I know cognitive is and behavioral, so I can imagine it's connecting my thoughts and my behavior. So.
Yeah, and this one is specifically focused on trauma.
Okay.
Which I believe you have due to just being in a war scene, which is completely understandable. And I can, if you're interested in something like that, I can give you information as well.
Okay. Yeah, that'd be nice.
Okay. Would that be something that you'd be interested in? Alright. And also, I kind of just want to loop back around to when you said you were in Iraq, you said that you were journaling. But you didn't feel that it was helping there, or would that be something that you would maybe consider reinstating, getting part of kind of like your daily routine, or even, at night, maybe when you're not being able to sleep, maybe kind of journaling through those thoughts that you're having when you're feeling a little restless?
I could try that again.
Do you want to try doing something? How is like a daily diary, or it could be especially helpful when you're having a really bad day with the thoughts. You could journal those thoughts down, and maybe journal, what was happening while you were having those thoughts. Did you watch the news and see something? Did you hear a noise outside that maybe brought on those thoughts? But does that sound like something that would be?
Yeah, because I guess I never really tried making the connection between what's going on around. I mean, the news made me mad because people are it's just to sell money. It's a business now, like, they don't represent what, I know the truth. Well, I know the truth from what I saw, and that's not what you see in the news. So that I know, but I never really thought about, other other triggers or something like that. Like, I never thought really about that too much. I just do what I do.
Okay.
But yeah, I should try that. I'm kind of curious now to see, what happens and then what sets me off.
Okay.
I'm curious too. Yeah.
Sure. Alright, and then also I'm gonna kind of loop around to the alcohol for drinking, or excuse me, for sleeping. How are you feeling yourself? Because you know you best, not your parents, you know you best. Is this something that you perceive as a problem? Or more coping?
It just helps me relax.
Helps you relax.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, if the mindfulness and stuff works, then maybe I won't. I mean, I don't do it every day. So usually like Friday, Saturday, and Sunday are my big days, because there's a lot of business at the restaurant. But then usually like Mondays and Tuesdays, I might have like a beer. I mean, I don't sleep necessarily anymore, but I also don't feel like as stressed and just sit at home and watch watch a movie or something. So I don't feel like I need like that amount. I mean, there's a lot of people I know in the service that are alcoholics. My dad's an alcoholic. I know what that looks like. I don't want to be that. You know, so.
And I don't want to, right now, I just kind of want to get to know you, get to know how I can help you, give you some things that could help you, that I find, maybe some interventions. Right now, I don't want to quite focus on that because I think we'll try these therapies that I suggested to you. I'll give you some materials before you leave, you can look them over for the next time that we come. But I'm wondering maybe if your drinking will taper down while you're doing these therapies and kind of see from there. And if it's not, then we'll further explore that.
I'd be curious to see how it goes. Because, I mean, it's not like I want to give up my wine and my beer nights, but it's not the cheapest habit.
You're right.
I'm not really a Boone's Farm kind of gal. So.
Well, Rachel, I would like to schedule our next meeting.
Okay.
Is there a particular time of day that works better for you?
This time works fine. This works out pretty good, actually.
Do you want to schedule, are you free next week sometime, or maybe 2 weeks from now?
Let's do 2 weeks.
You want to do 2
I like
weeks
that.
from now?
Yeah.
Okay.
Give me a chance to read the handouts if you have it and stuff.
I didn't bring any with, but I will have the receptionist. I'll grab some things from the office and we'll put a packet together for you, and I'll meet you in the lobby. Sound good?
Sounds good.
All right. Well, it's very nice to meet you, Rachel.
Nice to meet you too.
Best of luck.
And seeing off you that did it.
I don't know. Did I even go that long?
Yeah, well, you had to about half an hour. 27 minutes.
Ah, shit. Really? Oh.
Did you turn it off?
No, not yet.